Video games have become a massive industry, with millions of players worldwide. But what does it take to make a game that stands out from the rest? In this video, we'll give you 5 tips to help you create a video game masterpiece. Tip number 1, focus on style, not on graphics. While high-end graphics can certainly enhance the player's experience, a unique and distinct art style can make your game stand out even more. This is especially true if you're an indie developer or working with a smaller budget. Focusing on creating a visual style that reflects the mood and tone of your game can help you create a memorable and engaging experience for players. Think about games like Limbo or Cuphead, which are both known for their distinctive art styles. Tip number 2, don't try to eat a bigger pie than you can. As a developer, it's natural to want to include as many features and mechanics as possible in your game. However, it's important to have a clear idea of what your game is and what it isn't. Don't try to include too many features or mechanics that you can't realistically implement or maintain. Be honest with yourself about what you can accomplish with the resources you have available. Remember, a well-executed game with a clear vision is much more likely to succeed than a game that tries to do too much and falls short. Tip number 3, your world must have its own logic. Even in a fantasy world, it's important to establish a sense of internal logic. Characters should have realistic emotions, fears, and dreams that make the game world feel more real and immersive. This means creating a believable world that players can become invested in. Think about games like The Witcher or Skyrim, where the world feels lived in and the characters have complex motivations and personalities. By creating a world with its own logic, you can help players feel like they're really a part of that world. Tip number 4, find inspiration in other games. It's okay to take inspiration from other games, but make sure to put your own unique spin on it. Look for mechanics, art styles, or storytelling techniques that you enjoy and figure out how you can incorporate them into your own game. Think about games like Dark Souls or Shovel Knight, which both took inspiration from classic games but added their own unique twist. By finding inspiration in other games, you can help your game stand out while still building on the strengths of other games. Tip number 5, answer the question, why should gamers play in my game? Gamers want to have fun, so make sure your game offers something unique or enjoyable that other games don't. Figure out what makes your game stand out and make sure it's communicated clearly to potential players. Whether it's a unique gameplay mechanic, an engaging story, or a one-of-a-kind art style, find what sets your game apart and make sure it's front and center. By answering the question of why players should play your game, you can help build excitement and anticipation for your game. With these tips in mind, you can create a video game masterpiece that gamers will love to play. Remember to focus on style, not just graphics, and don't try to do too much. Create a believable world with its own logic, find inspiration in other games, and make sure your game offers something unique and enjoyable. By following these tips, you can create a game that stands out and captures the hearts of players around the world. Thanks for watching.